Hello, Laura, and welcome to Computer Science Chats. How are you?
I'm good, Victor. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good.
I have several questions for you. So first, could you please introduce yourself and your educational background?
Sure. So my name is Laura Paulino, and I just got a master's degree for computer science at Montclair State University, which is how I met you. We worked together on a project there. And right now, I'm working as a data scientist at NASA Ames Research Center.
So what inspired you to pursue computing as a career?
I think my biggest inspiration was I wanted to do something in a field that was working towards building the future. I wanted to be a part of that.
That's very interesting. How would you describe computer science or even computing fields in general?
So I would describe it very similarly to what I just said. I think computer science and the world of computing, it's really just people trying to architect what the future of humanity looks like, what the tools that are accessible to us looks like. I think technology is a huge indicator and dictator of the evolution of our species. So I would describe that as sort of the thing that's pushing humanity forward.
Thank you. Could you describe some of the activities that you do through your work?
Sure. So right now I'm doing data science research using satellite data. I'm just researching the Earth based on data collected. So, I'll get the data, I'll do some cleaning, pre-processing, and, with the goals of building models that can help us identify when some natural phenomena is taking place in space or on Earth from space.
That's very interesting. What do you like most and what do you find most challenging about these activities?
So I like it all because I really like learning. And with that being said, I find all of it very challenging. I'm still very new to this career, so I'm definitely not good at this yet. So I find it all very challenging. It's a new, people often describe like code as a new language, and it truly is. It's a completely new world and new culture. And for someone like me who came from a different background and who's relatively new, I still struggle a lot. So I would say all of it for me, it's still very difficult and challenging.
Thank you. What advice would you have for high school students who would like to get into this field?
I would say make sure that I would say take math seriously. Math is going to save the world. And people say that, but I've come to understand that that's the reality. And I would say to focus on learning, not necessarily being the best. Like there's a lot of pressure, to get like straight A's and be the best in class. And people think that, if you're not getting the best grades in math or if you're not the best at something, uh, people think that that means that they're not meant to do that. And I would strongly urge, especially younger kids and high school students, that whether you're good at something is not a good indicator of whether you actually enjoy it and or if you could be good at something. You have to be bad at something before you're good at something. So I would also say, you know be brave and be bold, push through those difficult sides. Like for example, this is really hard for me. I know I'm bad at this right now, right? Like I just started, I'm bad at it, but I know that I'm brave and I'm bold, and I know that one day I'm going to be not so bad, and from there I'm going to be good, and from there I'm going to be excellent. So be willing to suck at something that you want to not suck at and be great at one day.
Yeah, that's very helpful and insightful. And where do you think computing is going to go into the future? so high school students can prepare for their careers?
Yeah, I honestly think that I kind of have a more, some would say pessimistic, but I think a realistic approach or future is really towards like environmental. I think we're going to reach a place where literally every science is going to need to focus, every scientist and like a lot of companies is going to need to focus on saving humanity on this planet. And I think when I think about the future of computing, I think about saving the future of humankind. And I think that's where it's going really, because it will be a need that will become an emergency very soon. I think a lot of us kind of know. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for doing this interview and being willing to meet with me. It's been very helpful and interesting.
You're welcome, Victor. It's great to see you. Wish you the best and keep me in touch if you ever need anything.
Thank you.